Number one is figure out how to negotiate the music and any possible juggling you have to do, picking up a tambourine, a shaker, whatever, but to always be able to see the conductor and figure that out. That's part of the choreography, is looking at the conductor and turning pages. You literally have to practice that. I think that's really, really important. Also setting up your page turns. This is like the first thing you should do. It doesn't matter how the drummer you're subbing for sets it up. That's fine. This is one thing that's totally your own. I use an iPad now, but if you're using paper music, you got to go through the book. You got to figure out whatever's going to work for you. Whether you're going to do full sheets and drop them on the floor, or you're going to do a binder, and you got to figure out, you can put back to back or do pull out things and make all the markings. And you have to practice that stuff. And for those that are playing drum set and percussion, sometimes you have multiple books. I don't know if you've experienced this before, but while you're playing, you got to turn pages here and pages there, and it's you have to practice that and watch the conductor. This is like you have to, especially as a drummer, you're making the sound of their baton, and you have to follow. Anything can happen. Also, we get these conductor videos nowadays. It's very helpful, but you're watching one version of the show and you nail that, but then you play your first show and the associate's up there and does something differently. So you got to figure out all that stuff so you're not going to be thrown off, and you can just eventually play comfortably. And one other thing that I think I cannot stress enough is find out when you can go to the theater and practice on the gear. That's like really, really important, because something that you realize the hard way is you sit at home and you learn the show and you have it set up exactly like the regular guy on your gear. But you get there, their pedals are different, their bass drum tuning, their tom-toms, their cymbals, there's the sound in your ears. It can be completely disoriented. I've gone to shows just totally confident and relaxed, and I play the overture, and like the guy's got his thing cranked up way loud. I can't hear the vocals, and the cymbals are too splashy. I'm like, it takes a long time to get acclimated. So, sometimes you can only get through an act at a time. Most of the time, you can't really hit the drums very hard. That's like kind of a big no-no. You can play with plastics, but you've got to get used to the gear.